All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Shut Up Mark podcast, brought to you by Dave's Hot Chicken, which is exactly where we're at right now, the Newton, Mass location. Fastest growing restaurant franchise in the entire country, fellas. Locations opening across New England every 6 weeks to 2 months at this point. Most recently in Medford, Massachusetts, right in Wellington Circle. As of September 13th, Burlington, Vermont, and then we go to Central Mass. We're going to be in Worcester, Hadley, and then look out for Rhode Island after that. So it's going to be a busy fall for everybody at Dave's Hot Chicken. Want to thank Top Dog Law as a sponsor here too. If you or a loved one is injured at work or anywhere else you know, you reach out to Top Dog Law and get the compensation and justice for you and or your loved one ASAP. You will not regret it. With that being said, guys, it's the start of football season, last week of August, guys, a special time for both of you, right? The blood still gets flowing, I feel like, at this time of year. No matter how long you've been retired, when you stop playing, it doesn't matter.
I get blood flow every day.
You could smell it in the air. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of your podcast?
Shut Up, Mark.
You never shut up.
I know. That's kind of my job. What do you want me to do? Hey, he's this guy. Hey, he doesn't miss anything. I'm here with former Patriots Max Lane and Scott Zolak. Obviously, everybody knows Zolak from 98.5, Bertrand and Zoe, the best midday show in the entire Boston sports media market. Max, career Patriot over here. Max Lane played in Super Bowl 31. That's right. Yep. There we go. Started left tackle for us for a number of years.
Right.
Yep. And it's great to have both of you guys on this show. Max, obviously, I got to know you the last couple of months and everything.
Yeah.
Us being
I said you got to get Zoe on here.
This is all yours.
Max pulled it all together.
Yeah, this is why I texted you last night. You didn't answer, so that was great. I didn't know if he gave you my.
He did.
Okay, I
didn't recognize the number, so I didn't look at it.
It doesn't matter. You're here now, so it's totally fine.
I was in Deadpool and Wolverine. I couldn't text back.
How'd you like it, by the way?
A little crazy, but good.
Are you into those kinds of movies? Like,
Not
do you
good
like?
reviews for that.
What are you talking about?
I liked it.
My kids went, so they didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a Wolverine guy. I could have done without
I can
Deadpool.
see that.
I don't even know what that means, Wolverine.
In some alternate
Marvel. It's all Marvel.
Yeah,
I'm not a hero guy.
Yeah. What type of guy are you think? Just a football guy?
No, I like scary movies. I like The Nun.
That's it. Okay.
The Conjuring.
Yep.
What else?
Got you.
Yeah.
You like a Scream guy? I love Scream. Scream's like one of my favorites. I'm like a big Scream guy. I love
horror movies.
Yeah, it's like
horror movies.
Okay, so I'm like I like to be like fun scared. Like scare me in like a fun way and make it kind of like, a little bit like Scream is the perfect movie for me. The Exorcist, no. Scream.
I like the Italian mob movies. Love those.
You got a favorite?
Oh, God, Goodfellas. Goodfellas did.
So Goodfellas is up the top for you?
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I feel like you can interchange that with The Godfather. Some people want to throw in Casino,
I like Casino.
Bronx Tale, bunch of different shit.
Yep, Bronx Tale. Yep.
Did you guys have like a pregame like movie? Like, were you guys like big movie guys when you were playing? Like once a week? I don't know, Monday night when you had the night off? Like anything like that? With the team trips, anything like that?
I don't think we ever did any of that stuff in New England.
No. I mean, we would go to the movies in Franklin every once in a while.
Yeah.
We had a hookup there. But speaking of food, at pregame, we had a pregame ritual. Now, we could swear in this, right?
Anything you want.
Because us fat fucks, we always got fed well. So we had a full spread. We stayed at the Sheraton Milford the night before games, before the Foxborough games. And they would put out a full spread next to the pool. All you can eat wings, fries, you name it, man. They had everything there. Fruits, soups, everything you wanted.
Nothing that would happen nowadays.
Everything you wanted.
Yeah.
We would still stop at the Burger King on the way in. There was a Burger King right next to it, and you can't miss it. You can't pass it. And this is when they had the 2-for-1 Whoppers.
Oh, yeah.
And he and I would get 4 Whoppers, two for me, 2 for him. And we would sit at this round table with, I think it was me, you, Sam Gash, Kevin Turner, Dante Scarnecchia would always come and bullshit with us. We would literally sit there for half an hour and watch this guy eat. And it was one wing. If you ever watch how slow he eats, he's kind of got the one reach. And
he's a singular eater.
Yep.
Not
a lot of talking.
Come on, man.
Oh, my God. Have you ever seen him? One thing that really
Singular
drove me nuts.
eater.
Singular eater on the bus.
Oh.
We would be on a bus going to games, and he would get Pringles. You would get Pringles all the time. And you would, one Pringle chip.
You know what?
And we would all just sit there and stare at him. It was great.
Like, yeah, that's just a matter of, like, why? So how long does it typically take you to, like, do you even notice how slow you eat then, if that's the case, or it's like not even
Oh, he's a slow eater. I speed eat.
Yeah, I mean, you're vacuum cleaning right now, like cleaning the joint up. How wide? Do you not
I think,
notice how
I
slow
mean,
you
I
eat?
think I've sped up over the years, but yeah, back then I was slow eating, slow driving.
I think it's
lane.
like is that a down south mentality thing where you're never in a rush to do anything?
Midwest,
right?
Midwest.
Yep, we talked about
Midwest.
this. I forgot about
Yeah.
the Missouri thing. You're right. That's what. Yeah, you're right. Missouri is classified Midwest. You're 100% right. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was like a. I don't know, there's a thing out there. Out here, everybody's always in a rush, moving 1,000 miles an hour.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Always doing something, having somewhere to be. So, can you guys, by the way,
This is good food, by the way. We need more of these around here.
I love it.
Al's working on it.
I'm in Rentham on the backside. Like, we need more down that way, down Rhode Island way. This is phenomenal.
Well, Rhode Island might be a little bit closer to you than what. I'm trying to think of what the next closest one to him would be then, if that's the case. Huh? Rentham.
Cumberland, Rentham,
Would it be?
Woonsocket.
Yeah, this might be the closest one then, if that's the case. Until the Rhode Island
Oh,
one
this
opens.
is right off the highway now. Now I know this is here.
Right. What do you know? What is it? Not Coventry. What town did he say?
Providence is good.
Somewhere. That's it. That's it. You're right. That's it. No, but this is good food, man. It's light. It's not like heavy, gross shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice, light, breaded piece of chicken.
Great food.
Can you tell us about the food back in Maryland?
Good pickles.
Great pickles. That's how you ruin a sandwich. Put the pickles. You gotta have good pickles. You gotta have crunchy pickles.
They got a great pickle here.
Fantastic pickle.
It's a quality pickle. Look at that.
Give me that. Give me
Yep.
that. Give me that.
I got you. Hold on one second.
Yeah, just give me the whole thing.
I need a pickle analysis right now here from you.
see.
Here it is.
So there it is, Lane. So look at this. Here's your pickle. Like, look at the size of these pickle chips.
You're
don't
not
get
getting
one
chipped on
there.
nothing.
No. There's four or five of those on each sandwich. And I've already had the one. My kids eat a lot of, like, down at Popeyes is by us. You know, you get in line, stay in line at the other one. What's the other one popular one everybody goes to?
Chick-fil-A?
I've not tasted sandwiches like this.
You like it better than Chick-fil-A?
This is way better. This
Okay.
is, and, like, I won't bullshit you. This is soft bread. I mean, the chicken's crunchy. The pickles and the slaw make it. By far.
What do we always say
Pickles
about the
and
slaw
slaw.
thing? Told you
Can't
about the
have
slaw
enough slaw on
thing.
it.
I've been saying this to people. He's the first guy to
You get
pick up
chipped
on
on
it.
all the other sandwiches.
Yup. You can't have
Pickles and slaw.
Can't have that shit. You can't have that shit. What was the food like back where you grew up? PA, right?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I had a lot of ethnic foods by me. Polish, Czechoslovakian. I'm Russian Orthodox, so
Yup.
we had a lot of Greek Orthodox. We had Greek Orthodox fairs. I know he goes back down. He's got a festival back home.
What
is this?
Wait yeah, the honey's there. The honey's
nice.
there. Max told us
I
about
think
this last.
those going to need napkins.
I grew up.
Yeah.
I grew up on stuffed cabbage, halushki, babikis, all the good Polish foods, man.
How'd you like Maryland seafood compared to Massachusetts?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
To this day, I still ship up Maryland blue crab.
Oh, really?
So it's the only kind of crab I like. There's obviously stone crab, which is different. You gotta eat that chilled with honey mustard down in Miami. But the Maryland blue crab, there's nothing like it.
No.
Eastern Shore crabs, big blue ones. We get them shipped up once a summer.
Are you a guy that needs like Old Bay on a lot of like?
Yep.
Do you put? Yeah. So
I put
that's
Old
like.
Bay on French fries. I put Old Bay on sandwiches at home.
That's
eggs.
cool.
I put them on eggs.
Oh,
A little
really?
bit, just a little bit, not a lot.
Don't they put those on deviled eggs to begin with?
They could.
Isn't Old Bay
it's
like a deviled
paprika.
egg? Oh, is it
Paprika.
real?
You're
Yeah,
thinking
you're right. It
paprika.
is Max. You're right. It is Max. Good
Good
call.
job, Max.
I'm sure I know Max has answered this on the pod before, but speaking of you, what can you say about like the group of guys that you guys had for the years that you guys were playing with the Pats? I know Max, I remember you saying on the show with me that you felt like if you guys had a little more time, you were definitely going to get there and bring the whole thing home and bring the whole thing down. Like,
Yeah,
how
if
do
we
you?
were able to keep Parcells.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
the Parcells
that's what I
thing
think.
kind of
Yeah.
threw a wrench into everything because
so?
we were finally getting to the point where we knew we had a good team, and then Bill made you believe that on certain Sundays you were ready to go. We were ready to go every Sunday. Practices were a bitch; they were a nightmare. We had to get in our cars, drive to practice. That sucked. These players today, how good they have it, they have no clue what it used to be like.
Oh,
Yeah.
please
And they
elaborate.
They fill out these surveys and they still bitch about. Well, there's not a kiddie place to watch our kids.
Oh,
for
yeah.
games.
The NFLPA survey?
Yeah. Oh my God.
What do you guys think of those? Did they even have those back when you guys were playing? Like, is that like a fairly new
No.
thing with the new CBA or
Right.
something? Like, how'd
No,
that work?
This is the
No.
new kids. This is new millennials you got to take care of.
Yeah. So what do you guys just read that shit when it comes out every year and just scoff and be like, are you fucking
We
kidding
cover
me,
it on
dude?
our show. We do it on
Yeah,
our show.
yeah.
And I went nuts on it when I saw, Stadium got an F for treatment of families. I'm like, if you've been around the Crafts, and if you've been around anybody in that building and how they take care of your families, It's unbelievable. The owner comes down to the locker room. He knows you by your name.
Yeah.
How many other places do that?
Right.
You'll see your owner on a Sunday.
Judon said that on the podcast. Said the same exact thing you just said.
He loves
was like,
Judon.
Yeah.
And he had a tough time letting him go too. But like he understands it's also a business. But
Right.
that guy would do anything for you. And just because you don't have a nursery, like leave your baby at home.
Yeah, why do you got to bring your kids to your job?
Would you ever bring your baby like Drew had young one? Like you left him at home.
Yeah, yeah. Like, is that like a crazy concept? Like that your kids are watched somewhere else, not at your job?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how loud and disgusting an NFL environment is?
Oh, I don't.
in the
Yeah.
stands?
Oh, I don't even
So,
want to know
I mean,
like how that even. Yeah.
I would never bring my kid to a game.
The other
if
part
they were
of that-
young.
The other part is that is like Matt was saying, you know, I know Mr. Kraft on a first name basis. I can
Yep.
shake his hand, see him in the hallway. He was playing for Biscotti over in Baltimore, obviously, and he was like, that guy walks around like the fucking president.
Oh, really?
Can't get within 20 feet of him.
Yep.
He's got security guards all over him. He's got like his own Secret Service thing. So while by all accounts that guy's run a pretty good ship, Baltimore's been largely good for the amount
they
of
have.
time they've been in the league. You know what I mean?
Them in Pittsburgh, they're pretty consistent.
I really think, are they the two most consistent teams in the league, Max?
I would say so.
I would actually say so. I'm not going to lie, because they don't flip head coaches often. When those jobs come up, it's like a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Who did Baltimore have before Billick? I forget who the
Yeah, Brian
fucking-
Billick.
No, but before Billick. Or was he there from 95 until they won the Super Bowl in a couple years after?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But obviously, every Steelers head coach, I think they've all won a
Did they
Super
have
Bowl.
Marvin Lewis?
Marvin was Cincinnati.
Cincy. Yeah. He
No, it
was,
was Cowher. It was Cowher then.
Cowher.
Then Tomlin.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I think all three of those guys, obviously, they've all won a Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of like remarkable when you think about it.
You know what? The Northeast teams, they're tough. They take on the personality of their cities, hard work in blue-collar areas, and hard-nosed. Sort of like Philly a little bit, too.
You grew up a Steeler fan.
Oh, yeah, we had season tickets, man.
What was that like?
Awesome. My dad was my coach, my athletic director. He would take me to training camp at St. Vincent's College, and he would be able to hang out with Terry Bradshaw, Jack Lambert, and those guys. We had season tickets through the Super Bowl years. That was 78, 79, 81, 82. So that was our first real dynasty. And Terry's the one guy that always gets forgotten about when we talk about great quarterbacks. It was,
Why do they not want to give him any credit? Can I?
'Cause they think he's
Why does
stupid.
nobody want to give Bradshaw any credit? I don't understand. Like,
Because Montana won 4. He was 4-0 in the game, but Joe's viewed differently than Terry is. Terry's viewed as like the orchestrator of a team. It was a bunch of hard-nosed guys.
The
that ran
game
ball well.
the game manager
Franco.
bullshit, yeah.
I mean, he had Stallworth and Swan. It was an aerial attack they had.
and their O-line was
Pretty good
good.
Russian attack, too, though.
Yeah, they had Rocky
Franco.
Blair, Franco Harris.
Yeah. No, they had some. I mean, they had some unbelievable
And their
teams, man.
defense was just...
Now,
Yeah.
what was it like when you obviously being a PA guy?
Yeah.
Was Maryland? Did they come calling early? Like, did you see Marino go to Pitt and absolutely light it up on everybody? And be like,
I wanted to go to Pitt.
I was going to say, how did this play out for you as a PA
God.
guy? Like, how do you?
You'll love this. So,
Yep.
8th grade, Jerry Sandusky starts recruiting me
Sheesh.
from Penn State. Becomes very. No, you laugh now because everything went down with Jerry.
Yeah.
He was at my house once a month, and
Christ.
you're gonna come to Penn State.
Right
gonna
around
come to Penn
bedtime,
State.
or no?
No, not bedtime. Playing pool in the basement, not pocket pool either. So he became best friends with my dad. Like my dad knew him
Who was
really
the
well.
quarterback at the time when he was coming and recruiting you?
Good question.
Who was the
So
guy?
it
Do you remember what the kid's name was?
Fusina and who was it? Kerry Collins was after me.
At Penn
Sacco?
State, you mean?
Sacco?
Tony Sacca was there. Yeah,
What a
Tony Sacca
fucking-
was Rucci. So they ended up taking Tom Bill. They only want to take one quarterback.
Okay.
So they told me they want to move me to linebacker. I'm like, I never played defense in my life.
fuck?
Jerry's like, yeah, we'll move you to linebacker, put some weight on you. 6'5", 240, play backer. I'm like, fuck
You
that.
played D-line?
I never played D-line. Never played
high
defense
school?
in my life.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No. So I didn't go to Penn State. I had meatballs at Paterno's house, which was great.
Yeah.
West Virginia was after me bad. Maryland was on me from day one.
Boomer was there at the time, right?
Boomer was there. My Uncle Chuck lived in Maryland.
Oh.
I loved the offense they ran. And at the time, I came out in 85, St. Almost Fire, the movie came out, with Rob Lowe and all them. And I loved Georgetown. They filmed the movie on Frat Row in Maryland.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you
They
see-
did. Yeah. Yep.
You hear the John Parr song, it just fucking sends you back. And I'm like, I had the best time when I went to Maryland. So I went there, they took me drinking in Georgetown, drinking age is 18. I was doing Long Island pictures of funnels the night of my recruiting trip. I just remember the lights start spinning. I threw up everywhere. I threw up the whole way home, and I committed to go to Maryland.
Did you go to Chicago's? Remember a bar in Chicago's?
Nope.
How much older was Boomer than you?
5.
Oh, okay. So you were senior in high school. He
it
was ready
Boomer,
to leave.
So it was Boomer. Then it was Frank Reich.
Yeah, that's
Boomer.
right. It was Frank Reich. Holy shit.
Then Stan Gelbaugh.
Yep.
Then Neil O'Donnell was ahead of me, and then it was me.
What a QB
And
room.
Kaleo.
John Clay was after me. Yeah.
What Max, who were you coming in behind to tackle at Navy? Did we talk about this? I don't think we got to this, actually.
I mean, you wouldn't have known the people.
No, I didn't know. I remember because it was a, I don't know if the guy was like a, even like an all-conference player that might not have made it to the league or some really good player or
Nah,
something
we
like
didn't
that.
really have a lot of like guys you would know back then.
Right.
I started my sophomore year. Probably the guy got hurt, and then
That's
got
right.
my-
Yeah, you were telling me. Yep.
Got my first start in college against UVA against
Yeah.
Chris Slade. Was like the first guy that I played against.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
There we go. Do you remember
Yeah.
your first snap in the end? Obviously you do, but like, how does that, like, who were you up against? Game? Give me something.
First holy shit moment. Dick McPherson was our head coach. We went down to scrimmage at Giants at Yale Stadium.
I had a weird feeling you were going to say.
Are you talking about New England? Or are you talking about
New England.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
talking about Maryland. We're talking college.
Oh, we're talking college?
Either or. I don't give a fuck. Whoever.
So, first time it ever scared the shit out of you. Like, all these guys are on steroids back in during the time. And you get bullied by the
beautiful
upper
time.
classroom. Initiations, all that. So they say, all right, let's freshmen. Let's all go get in the shower together. Let's get all freshmen in the shower together. Go get one of our helmets. Someone got a helmet. Bring $20 with you. Put $20 in a helmet, everybody, so you get this big pile of money in the hat. I go, you guys know what we're doing here, right? Circle bleep. First one to have a good time gets all the money.
What a fucking.
I see your face. And I'm like, I turn around and walk out, horrified. One of the guys, this nut job linebacker we had, he had a mullet, long hair, and he was wailing away, man, and they're just going crazy. And he took all the money.
Guy was like, what? Nobody else is having fun?
I
All right,
would
fine.
call my dad. I'm like, Dad, this is sick here, man. This is crazy. It was like, that's. I mean, this is 40.
What did your dad say to that? I can't even imagine what your dad
Initiation,
would
what are you
say
gonna
to
do? He goes, you didn't do it, did you? I said, hell no.
Yeah.
But like that'll weird you out a little bit.
Yeah, that's another thing you guys talk about. I mean, even from these NFLPA surveys with the shit, how different college is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Navy guys were doing as far as like, if they were. I'm sure it was.
No,
different.
we would just pee on each other in showers. That's all we would do.
Oh,
I
that's
still do
funny.
that.
Yeah.
YMCA.
That's fun. I was gonna say that's fun. Whatever. No, but what was I gonna say? I obviously like any military branch has their own
Code.
code. Yeah, like code.
Yeah.
The Marines have one thing. The Army has another thing. SEAL, whoever the hell it is, right? So, you
I
guys.
mean, at the Naval Academy, football was a release from all that stuff because, back then you were like being hazed by your upper class. Everybody was at school, and so you went to the locker room to get away from that stuff. Like football was a vacation compared to
That's
the rest of
fucking,
school.
Now that's
Got our
that's
head
really
shaved and
interesting.
stuff. Like that's part of it.
You had to say goodbye to the mullet.
No, they actually.
How
just
far
shaved
down
the
did it
sides.
get? How far down did it get? How far, do you know what you were at
Well, I have
inches
some
wise?
pictures. I look like Yarmer Yager.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's serious
Yeah.
then. If that's, I think that's the mullet. To
It
be honest
used to be.
with
It
you,
used to be so long. I used to get the bottom of it spiral permed.
did you have a mullet idol by any chance? A guy where you
Yager.
were like, oh, was it? Oh yeah, Pittsburgh, the whole
Pittsburgh,
thing. Yeah, right.
Lemieux.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you say about where Maryland football is right now compared to when the glory days when you were playing?
It's embarrassing.
Okay. Please continue. You know better about this than I do.
And I say that because I played in a conference that was called the ACC. And where college football is heading right now, it's complete bullshit with the conferences coming together and the amount of money. And I thought
It's like 4 conferences now.
I thought Chip Kelly was great on this. When he left, when he was leaving UCLA at the end, he sat there and he said, hey, it's great for football, right? Oh, we're all going to Big Ten. That's before the girls' volleyball program. When they got to go play Wisconsin, get on a plane from UCLA, miss 4 days of class, then go down to Maryland, play Maryland, and you're on the road for 2 weeks. Girls' volleyball now, by the way. NCAA athletics, they don't care. It's for the money. It's for putting teams together. I played in the ACC, the real ACC. Our 4 out-of-conference games were Michigan,
Sheesh.
Penn State,
Jesus.
Virginia Tech, and West Virginia.
No breaks there, I don't
That's
think.
it. That's our
maybe
4.
Maybe
And
WVU.
then
that's it.
then Clemson, North Carolina, NC State, Virginia,
Miami.
University. No, Miami wasn't in yet.
Oh, where were they? SEC?
They were
independent.
They were independent.
They were independent?
But we staggered them with Michigan every other year
Okay.
outside.
This
we
is
would,
the- this
we
is
would
the-
play them in. We would play them in Baltimore.
This is the Art Schellenberger. What was the guy's name that was the fucking guy?
Howard
Schellenberger, he recruited
Yeah.
me to go to Louisville. When he left Miami, he went to Louisville, and I was a senior. I almost went to Louisville.
Really?
I was started as a true freshman, yeah. Recruited me very hard.
Really?
Jimmy Johnson was in Miami. He recruited me to go to Miami.
So you're a fucking hot ticket back in the
Oh, I
day.
could've went
A lot of
anywhere.
people want to.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have. The NIL money would have been. What are you kidding me?
I was at Evan Shapiro's house down in Miami on a trip. So when I signed with Maryland, I said, I'm going to Maryland. It still wasn't National Signing Day. I committed to go to Maryland. Jimmy calls from down in Miami. He goes, why don't you come on down to Miami just for a weekend? So I said, screw it, go down. They picked me up, me, Gary Stevens, and Ron Kehoe was the old line coach. Picked me up, take me out on Jimmy's boat. It's got this big fishing boat. And there's about 40 people on the other one, the other recruits. So I stayed on one boat. They were on the other boat, all the other recruits.
Yep.
And he had Vinny Testaverde show me around. So this is before the 96 national title game. Remember when they had the camos and all that?
Yeah.
So Testaverde and Jerome Brown threw me off the school hideout. We broke into the school pool, threw all the recruits off, threw me off.
Mark's 32.
And then
by
we
the
went
way.
to Evan Shapiro's house.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
What's that?
Nothing. I'm 32. I was a baby when that happened. But like, I mean, Miami was my team when I was younger. They were always good. Like, put it
You
this
started
way.
watching when Greg Olson was there.
Yeah, no. This was the Ray Lewis, the Ed Reeds, the
that team was jacked.
the Clinton Portis era, the Frank Gore, Willis McGahee. They had that running back room all at the same time. They were chill. So I miss like the heydays of like the early. I'm talking about obviously the Michael Irvin, Alonzo Highsmith, all those dudes, right? Now, to roll this into some old school football and keep this going, I'm gonna give you guys.
Yeah.
As of 2024, we're going to go player by player. Should they be in the Hall of Fame or should they not be in the Hall of Fame? You guys good with this?
Sure.
Okay. Starting off, Joe Theismann.
No.
Came into the league at 29. What do you go to the CFL for the money, right? Who? Theismann.
Joe Theismann. I just look from the overall
Hall of Fame or not, Max?
Yes.
Yes.
Real quick here, too. I'm
Okay.
with Deion Sanders on this. I'm not real big on what everything Deion says. But he's like, the
Likewise.
Hall should be for the Hall of the best. You're the best of the best.
True. Yeah.
He goes, there's guys in the Hall who don't belong to be in the Hall. They should have another Hall within the Hall. So I am with him on that. I don't think Joe Theismann is one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
I agree with you. So, wait, go back.
And I love Joe Theismann.
Wait, quote the tuna here. If you were the best player at your position, even for 1 year, you should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm almost positive Parcells said that at one point or another. Excuse me. I don't know. I always thought I think of that quote, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's tenure.
Yeah.
It's like that's why Belichick's big on Rodney Harrison. He's like, how's Rodney not in it? You being an
Sure.
impactful player, two different teams, two-time champion.
I would agree with that.
True.
Next up, Phil Simms. I thought he was in this whole time. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was in. Played 14 years.
I'm going to go yes because of the tenure, who he played for, how hard it was to play for that guy, and to win for that guy.
He also, I didn't realize this was with Simms.
He had the highest percentage in the Super Bowl.
88%.
Yep.
I also didn't realize he wasn't that good at the start of his career.
Correct.
Like he started out slow with the Giants and
Yep.
stuff like that. He ended up grinding it out and then got them 2 Super Bowls, right?
I'm going no.
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 Big no on Max. Max, why?
I'd put him in over 1,000.
Okay, so you have Theismann out, you have Theismann in. He has Simms in.
Market,
you
you're
have-
playing Giants. That's a big-time market.
It is. I know. It is big. I don't know. I could see him being in and I could see him not being in. He's a tough call, Max. I
Yeah.
agree with you, dude, to be honest
Both
with you.
of them are tough calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve,
I agree with that.
Steve Tasker. If Devin Hester's in, like, you know what I'm saying now? Because this is why this Devin Hester thing changes a lot of shit. Like,
No.
should Steve Tasker also be in?
No. Good, solid player.
He's like, I mean, is there more like a football player than Steve Tasker, though, Max?
Yeah.
Like, that guy's like,
Rudy.
yeah, legit. He's like the NFL's Rudy. Yeah, that's a great point, man. I don't know. Where is Max on this? 7 Pro Bowls, man, 87 and 95. He was kind of like that era's Matthew Slater, it sounds
All
like.
those guys had teams were going to Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
That whole Bills team, they're all in a Pro Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, put him in.
Put him in. Put Steve in. If Devin Hester's in, I feel like you have to put Steve in, Max. Even if you don't think you agree. If you don't,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You say
Yeah.
yes on Steve.
I say no.
You're no. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Zoe and I are opposite every one so far.
Okay. Otis Taylor, Chiefs. Guys apparently like maybe
don't
their
really
best
know
receiver.
him.
I don't know.
Neither do I. Neither do I. I'm
But-
not familiar with his game. Anquan Bolden.
No.
No, also.
Great
I agree
player.
with you. Don't ask Beetle this, though.
I
Beetle
want
would
to
be
go
like,
to war with him.
yep.
Man, greatest slot, aggressive, big slot receiver. bald.
Do they make big slot receivers like this anymore?
Nope.
That
There's a
guy
lot
was a
more.
brick shit house, wasn't he? He was about 6'1", 220,
Bigger than that.
big dude. Yeah, right? Yeah, no?
Yep.
Not familiar, Max?
No.
No? I also say no. Unfortunately, I also say no. I would agree with you. I would definitely agree with you. Not familiar with this guy, Jim Marshall. Apparently was nasty for the Vikings for a lot of years.
So this is the new list for this year?
This is the new updated list for this year, yeah.
crazy.
Tommy Nobis,
bad
guy
year.
who played for
Oh, okay. That's what this is about.
Tommy Nobis, guy played for the Falcons for 10
Jim
years.
Marshall is the one that
let me-
ran the touchdown
Thank you.
the wrong way.
What happened?
Jim Marshall, great defensive lineman for the Vikings.
Yeah, this guy I just mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, he ran the touchdown the wrong way.
That's the guy?
That's the guy. Yeah.
Oh, shit. And that's probably the only thing people fucking
Yeah,
know.
but he had an unbelievable career.
Go figure, people only remember that shit probably, you know what I'm saying? That one fucking play. It's like Leon Lett.
Yeah.
That fucking run back in the Super. Meanwhile, that guy was
Right.
Yeah.
That guy's an all-pro. Isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Leon Lett? He should be if he's not.
I don't think so.
Pat Swilling,
Good linebacker.
good
I put him in.
linebacker.
I put him
A
in.
lot of years with the Saints, bounced around. Lions for a year, Raiders for 3 years.
Sacked me 6 times, I think,
I'll
in one
put
game.
him
Did he
in.
really?
Georgia Tech, right?
Well,
Went to
was it Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech.
Wait, you mean in college?
College.
Guy was on you that day.
Oh, he
couldn't
got
shake
bad.
him?
Oh, we had a bad backside tackle.
No shit. Needed Max there. That was the problem.
He'd eat him on 5 too.
Yeah, wow.
This guy
Jesus
was
Christ.
strong.
NFL DPOY 1991 after he led the league with sacks with 17. Retired with 107.5 sacks. All pro 3 times, 89 to 93. 5 consecutive Pro Bowls too. That sounds like a Hall of Fame roster to me. Hall of Fame
Player.
resume to me. Yes, sorry. Steve Smith, the father. Steve Smith Sr., whatever.
Senior, yes.
Panther,
The
sorry.
receiver?
Yeah. I'd say yeah. I think he's Mr. Panther besides Cam Newton.
Yeah, true.
He
Yeah,
played
you're
hard.
right.
He played hard.
Yeah.
I'd put Steve Smith in, honestly. All right, this is like my underrated. This is my football guy's favorite football player, Joe Jacoby. How the fuck is this guy not in the Hall of Fame, Zoe?
One of those big hogs, man.
But like his resume, he won 3 Super Bowls, right?
Is Nate Newton in?
I don't know. Is he?
I think that would be like your comparable.
The only other guy is Russ Grimm from that O-line group that's in, Max. So
Oh, really?
That he's the
Russ
only other guy
Grimm's
that's
the
in.
only one that's not
He's the
in.
only one that's in. No, he's the only one that's
Russ is
in.
the only one in.
He's the only one that's in. Joe Jacoby would be the
Joe
second qualified.
Jacoby, Jim Lachey. I mean, then you start going.
Those teams were nasty, huh? I feel like people forget about how good
yeah,
those teams
Jeff
used to be.
Bostic.
They were in my heyday when I was in Maryland. That's when they were
I was
rolling.
going to say, because that's
when
my
I was at Navy.
Yeah, you too.
Jim Plunkett.
No. God, no.
Really? God, no. That's
Oh,
That's an emphatic no.
Again, best of the best. Jim Plunkett? No.
Who could you compare him to, like, today? Who would you? And for the people that don't like me that didn't see Jim Plunkett play, who would I be like? Oh, that's like your today.
Rich Gannon type player.
Rich Gannon won a fucking MVP. So
Yeah, but I wouldn't put Rich Gannon on.
I wouldn't put Rich Gannon in the Hall of Fame either. But like, all right. So for the people that don't know, I remember Rich Gannon as a young kid. Rich Gannon was like I'm trying to think of who you could compare Rich Gannon to today. Like I don't know, maybe I almost said the
hard.
wrong. Who?
It's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Like a better Mac Jones.
So Jim,
Oh,
Like
God, yeah.
Like a better Mac Jones. But I'm saying he could move.
Plunkett-
Rich Gannon could move. He had a good arm.
Plunkett
Like
won Super Bowl. I would put Plunkett and like Mark Rippon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Similar.
that's a good one.
yeah.
similar-
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Rippon won in a Super Bowl MVP.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Like what similar styles.
Yeah, I'm
They
saying
back
to your
up.
point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Back
I'm
up the same way.
Yeah,
They
I'm saying
throw
to
the
your
same
point.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Max. LC Greenwood. Steel Curtain.
Steel Curtain,
Heyday
Steve.
Steel Curtain guy,
You had
apparently.
Steve Furness. You
Yeah.
had Joe Green.
6 Pro
Dwight
Bowls.
White. Oh,
Six-
man.
6 Pro Bowls, 2 first-team All-Pro honors. This was all from 73 to 79.
3-time champ.
yeah.
2-time champ.
Two-time champ.
Yeah, he's in.
He's in?
The only
Yeah.
thing I say is like back then for defensive linemen, offensive linemen couldn't use their hands. They had to block like this.
Jesus.
So it would have been easier. It would have been easier for defensive linemen back in that day to play.
And you
So
could
that's
hit
why-
late. You could be dirty. All that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what you used to deal with as a quarterback, like fucking 5
You could-
seconds after you
could
throw the
use
ball.
it. Offensive linemen
someone in the
couldn't
nuts.
use their hands. Like my high school senior year, so that was 1989, 88.
What a year.
That was the first time that we could use
Like get
hands.
some extension on a guy and
Yeah.
get into a dude and,
Instead of
create-
doing, you
create
had to
some-
do it like this.
That's so
You had to
stupid.
block like this.
That is so fucking
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. That's like having a major league pitcher's mound at like 45 feet. for a DN. You know what I'm saying? Clay Matthews, the dad. I feel like this guy played on some shitty teams. Browns and Falcons from 78 to 96. This guy played a while.
15 years.
Holy hell.
15, 16 years.
4-time Pro Bowler. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like,
I put him in.
You put him in?
Combination
Clay Matthews,
of
the dad.
how good he is, tenure.
Played a long 16 years.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
tough.
Maybe.
Maybe. Lester
maybe.
Lester Hayes.
There's a lot of babies. Lester, he was the originator of the grip, man. Stick 'em.
I like to put people in that I played against.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little bias. It's a little friendly bias, though.
It
That's
is.
fine.
No, it's like
That's
it's like-
fine, though.
It's hard voting for like the old timers because like you didn't see him, you didn't watch him play. Hey, you get these baseball conversations. Well, this guy better than Babe Ruth or Ted Williams. Like, I never saw fucking Ted Williams play.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, like,
why
what?
can I compare him to?
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you. Lester Hayes, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably.
We got a couple guys left. Roger Craig.
Ooh.
I thought he was in. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought he was in this whole time.
I'm going to go no.
Okay.
No.
Shit.
'Cause, I mean, you think about like the great backs. Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson.
He played in a
Sorry,
tough
bring
era
O.J.
for running backs, man.
Right.
Tough
Franco
era for
Harris
running backs.
should be in, yeah.
Sweetness. I mean, Walter
Sweetness,
Payton was there.
Different.
So he made his heyday basically with the Niners in the 80s. and
Yeah,
shit
I
like
remember.
that.
I
Right.
watched them all the time.
Yeah, so no, I'm saying for myself to like catch
Him and John
myself.
Rathman together. Yeah.
First player in league history to have 1,000 rushing and receiving yards same season, 85.
Thank you, Bill Walsh.
Yo,
Yep.
shit, right? Another guy I thought was in this whole time, Sterling Sharp. Wait. Oh, he only played 6 years. I totally forgot
Okay,
about
so
that.
did Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis is in. He only played 6 years.
Right.
I would say Sterling and the way he played, and this is when Don Mikowski was. I don't remember.
This is your
Magic-
guys' era, too. This is
Magic
88 to
Man.
94.
Magic Man was playing for the Packers, and Sharp was badass. He could run posts, deep routes, post corners, and he played when you get the shit kicked out of you too. I'd put him in.
So from what it sounds like he would have been, and this is according to Shannon Sharp too, just as good as Shannon Sharp basically if he just played a full career and like played his whole. You
Yeah,
know what I
Shannon
mean?
was a tight end, and his brother was an outside guy. He
Yeah.
played like a big tight end though.
And Shannon played more like a receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's fucking 4% body fat. He looks like a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Slender guy. He's like 50 something, still ripped. Hines Ward, PA. Come on
I
here.
put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I put him
it's a
in.
gritty pick to put him in. I feel like it's a gritty, unsexy pick to put him in. He's like a football.
Not many receivers like to block. He sort of set that as his thing.
That was his thing. Yeah, he was like
He took it by pride. He was a tough player.
just to light guys up
Aggressive.
too.
Yeah,
Light guys up.
He's in. Winner. Yeah.
Yeah. Had a lot of. I mean, he was good with Cordell Stewart when he came in.
Yep.
Tommy Maddox for that one random year.
He didn't have great quarterback play. That's
Until
to your points.
Roethlisberger.
Right.
Right. So, Ken Anderson.
Kenny Anderson, huh?
Yep.
Wait,
Threw
a
for a
quarterback
bunch
or
of-
kicker?
Threw for a bunch of yards.
Quarterback.
Quarterback. He was with
Bengals.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
He's the all-time. He's the Bengals' all-time.
I love that
passing leader.
Bengals helmet, just orange, where it says Bengals on the side.
That you like that one?
I love that one.
I'm not a fan of that one, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I love the throwback simple ones.
Do you have a favorite NFL uniform?
Oh, God, Green Bay. Green Bay, Cowboys. Pittsburgh's road whites. Not the current ones with the slanted numbers.
The old ones with like the regular numbers?
Yep, block numbers.
Oh, block
Pittsburgh's-
numbers. Okay, the
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
road
block
whites
numbers.
with the bright yellow pants with the white shirt.
I hate to admit
black
this.
helmets, gorgeous.
I hate to admit this because I
Gorgeous.
I don't like this franchise, but I have always liked the Colts uniform. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's classic, but it's classic, though. Yeah.
It is. Reminds me of
I
like
understand
Unitas.
that.
I don't know, like old school football.
I understand
for me.
it.
But I'm a Raider uniform guy. I think that's the
Raiders
best
have
uniform.
nice,
I'm sorry,
gorgeous
it's been
ones,
my
too.
favorite. No, never change it.
Oh, the Raider black or the Raider white. I love them both.
That silver one they randomly did was kind of good too. The light silver one, whatever it was.
Yeah.
4-time Pro Bowler. I feel like you could put this guy. Is he like Matt Ryan?
Who?
Like Ken Anderson? Is that who you could compare?
Oh, I
him
wouldn't
to?
put him in. I wouldn't put him in.
No?
No. But I remember watching him.
Torrey Holt's got to get in eventually, and I think Reggie Wayne just got in this year, didn't he? Or maybe
yeah,
he might not
he
be
did.
in yet. Well, either way, what else was I going to go into here? What do you guys, as far as talk a little current Patriots?
Yep.
Do you think you guys talked about this on the show yesterday? And I want to ask Max the same thing. If you're an O-line guy, you know you have a new young guy in here behind you, and it's more. I feel like more pressure on you guys than it would be when you're protecting a big asset. I suppose some journeyman guy coming in, whatever, right? Do you think instead of thinking about when the right time is to play Drake this year, do you think it's better to look at the game, like what game? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, put it this way, that who do we? Oh, I just had it pulled up right here. Shit. This October game right here. I think it's against the Titans, November 3rd. That would be technically what, week 7, week 8, right? Not a strong team. Not that strong of an opponent, I don't think.
Yep.
That might be a good. Instead of throwing them out there in fucking, I don't know, week 4 on the road against San Fran, do you think it's better to be like, let's see where we can get to up to this point, and then maybe put him in this game and have that be like circled on the calendar to be like, yeah, all right, that makes sense. We'll let him get his feet wet against somebody like Tennessee and see what he, not overwhelm the kid too much. What do you think? Or are you just like?
I think sadly the whole approach here, as you get through the whole camp and preseason, they obviously had a plan. They didn't feel he was ready at the beginning. And we did production meetings with him and Joe Milton. And 2 weeks ago, he and both Joe Milton said, neither of us called plays in the huddle since we were 17. And I go, I almost fell off my chair. To me, I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And that's part of the whole being pro-ready.
Yeah.
Can you be out there on the road, Cincinnati, can't hear yourself think, you're looking at the sideline, you're trying to get the play, where's the play clock, what's the personnel group, oh shit, they're bringing in nickel, we got to get ready for that, clock's running, here we go, I can't hear the call, what do you do? That's where they got to make sure he's ready to do that. And maybe they didn't do enough of this the entire time because it felt like Jacoby was getting reps with all the ones. And I think Van Pelt's very comfortable with Brissett as the one guy right now. Problem is, I think there's a ceiling with Jacoby Brissett. We all know it. We've seen it. He's been in the league for 9 years. But there's a trajectory with Maye that now is really, in 2 weeks, sped up. And I think it's hitting that point where now you get that crossover, and we're there. And now are you kicking yourself in the ass for maybe not repping him with the ones and everything, maybe week 1 of preseason? I thought they should have played him more that first game. They played him four reps.
Yeah.
Not enough. And now you're kind of pressed because – oh, crap, the kid can move around, make some plays. That's stuff Jacoby can't do.
I think you can, before we get to Max's take, I think you can win games with Jacoby. I think Jacoby is a quality NFL starter. Do I think he is elite? No. I don't think he makes you objectively worse unless you're really coming down. I'm saying in this team's position.
You're more worried about protecting Drake
Sure.
than you are about
Sure.
whether he's ready or
not.
not.
What's your philosophy on it? What would you be? Would you be like, throw the fucking kid out there and see what he can do?
As a lineman, I'm just caring about if I can block the guy in front of me. I don't care who's playing behind me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I just want to do my job no matter who's back there.
Sure, of course.
No matter who's in the huddle.
Yeah.
So when it comes that way, as far as I see the point, with the line being the way they are right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to put your first-round draft pick back there?
What did you see out of the line
until you see how
preseason?
they play the first couple of weeks of the season?
What did you see out of the line so far this preseason? Like from
or
a
just-
career, a decade.
I
career
hated when I played to hearing old guys talk about, criticize and everything, because I know how hard it is for those guys out there on a daily basis. And it's hard for me to criticize them. I mean, obviously there was inconsistencies throughout there, but it's a tough game out there. It is a tough game out there, and it's not as easy as what it looks like to everybody else.
Yeah.
They haven't played starters. That's the most alarming thing to me. We've done the last 2 games. 32 starters were out for the Commanders. The week before, 34 were out, and you're just not getting a good look. A really good look is that single look of the joint practice against Philly. They got their ass kicked that day.
Yeah.
15 sacks out of 32 dropbacks.
That's a fucking
15.
yeah.
50% sack rate. That's what you look at and you go, oh shit, as a coach.
Yeah, you can't have your guy on his ass half the time he's dropping back, man. You just can't.
You can only, at some point you just got to play the kid. I'm so tired of, we can put him in this game. It's a safe landing spot here.
So you're
It's the
saying
National
just play him,
Football
though?
League. I say
Just
play him.
Yeah.
The only thing is how. So what do you think if it's against my kind of theory, right? Which is totally fine. What do you not think that has negatively stunted the growth of other quarterbacks in years past, or wait?
Everyone's different.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Here's to your point. Were they never going to be fit in the league in the first place? Like,
what do you mean stunt growth of what?
I'm saying like
quarterbacks?
somebody like Sam Darnold that just got thrown out there with the Jets and got his ass kicked for like 3 years straight, and the kid never could really find his rhythm, get comfortable.
Josh Allen, same way. Josh Allen looked. I remember calling games in Buffalo. I crushed Josh Allen. I'm like, what a freaking bust! You
looked
guys
like
got
fucking Brock Osweiler the first year he played.
Interceptions. He was throwing interceptions. I would have been out of the league the next day if I throw him. It was so bad, but look how he turned out.
Yeah.
I think every case is different.
Okay.
And I think it's complete fucking bullshit when you hear Mahomes sat and Jordan Love. I love the Jordan Love one.
I fucking
Jordan
hate
Love
that. I think it's so stupid. I think
Jordan
it's so
Love sat his
fucking
rookie
dumb.
year because Aaron Rodgers came off an MVP season the year prior. They were 14-2 and in the NFC title game.
Right.
That's a luxury fucking pick.
Yeah.
Alex Smith was 12-4 when Patrick Mahomes sat and was running a highly efficient Andy Reid offense.
Right.
Came up here and kicked our ass that Monday night.
I remember
I mean,
that.
come on.
Yeah.
They're not comparable.
No.
Give me something else. Like, if you want to do good comparison really of that, it's John Kitna when he was with
John
Kitna,
fucking
journeyman
Kitna,
quarterback,
man.
was in Cincinnati when they picked Carson Palmer number 1.
Yup,
Palmer
I remember this.
Sat behind Kitna until he got hurt.
I remember
Like,
that.
that's the best comparison, and nobody brings up. Everybody's like, Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. Oh, Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love sat. Look how good they are. It's not even comparable.
No. Kitna, is he like the definitive journeyman quarterback
Sloth.
in
He looks
NFL?
like Sloth, too.
Really is. Wasn't he a math teacher and then like came back into the league in like the late 2000s?
Maybe.
What was I gonna say? Fucking. Oh shit. Totally lost my train of thought with Max's point here. I think at this point, man, I think the Pats want to win far quicker than people want them to like play this out and play it safe.
Of course they want to win.
I want to. And like to that point, I want to see these last 3 years have been like puke worthy. Like, let's start winning some football. I want to start being proactive and trying to win instead of like playing to like avoid the worst case scenario. To your point is what I'm saying. I tend to agree with you more on this now. I've kind of flipped my philosophy on it.
Last year was bad. We won 4 games.
Yeah.
There were 5 that I could recount. And I remember talking to Bill about this. If we take care of the fucking ball and we don't throw a pick, and we don't throw a pick 6 in this game, we're winning that game.
We lost like
The defense
5-1%.
was single-handedly keeping you in games. You've lost 5 games under a score.
That I was just gonna say that. Like, do you know how different that is?
Do you know one drive or one turnover goes the other way in that game? Now all of a sudden you're talking about potentially being a 7 or 8 win team.
Yeah, exactly. And we're a good and we're a good starting quarterback away from potentially, I don't know, stealing another 2 games, getting ourselves into a wild card spot. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to be the 3rd overall draft pick, but
The saddest part with the Mac Jones era,
yeah.
you had a pretty functional quarterback his rookie year. Looked pretty good. That's your window where you load up on your roster. Rookie contract. You got control of the kid for 4 years, 5th-year option.
Yeah.
And if they would have picked up his 5th-year option, if he had a decent year last year, they would have spent a total of $43 million on him over 5 years. Total. You got these idiots now making $65 million, some of them. Daniel Jones, $48 million a year. They're saying C.J. Stroud might make $80 million when they do his.
I don't. Can I?
That's going to be your Drake Maye problem in 3 years.
Yeah,
if he's really,
I don't.
really good.
I don't. I'm going to tell you right now. Like,
If Drake's good, he's going to be 50 plus.
I know it's I know the way that like front offices run this kind
That's
of
a
thing,
market.
and it's just the
That
next
ain't
guy.
changing.
It's the
Money's going up.
It's never the best guy. Rarely that gets paid. It's just the next guy, Max. Like, dude, doesn't fucking Stafford make more than Mahomes or something like that, or whoever the guy that just
Yeah.
It might even be Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Might even make more than Patrick Mahomes right now. That bum.
Yeah, they just asked Josh Allen about that last week. He goes, "Oh, these guys are pass making." He goes, "Yeah, but 2 years ago I was the guy. I got mine,
Yeah.
and I'm happy where I am, and I get it. And I get it." And he goes, "But you know what? Another 2 years, I'll be back there to get it again."
Yeah.
And just don't always think you got to be the guy. Like,
Right.
you were the guy at one time, and then the next guy's going to top it. Always happens.
I'm excited for this team to at least, I don't know, I want to see something, a new identity kind of form. I hope we come out running the ball. I want to watch this kind of old school. I'm a big fan of being like a run first football team. I just like watching that from.
It's going to be win by death.
Yeah, but if they put Maye back there, do they change the offense to go for like what he's good at?
Yeah,
it's like he's good at running the spread.
Bootleg him, put him in gun, run the spread, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that doesn't fit the West Coast, right?
But the West Coast is a lot of that brute one way. Like, look at Purdy. Purdy runs it to the tee.
Yeah.
He's so quick at getting his shoulders around. Not a big arm, but he fucking knows exactly where he's going.
I'm sorry. I'm a huge Brock
Stretch
Purdy
this
fan.
way.
I love Purdy. I think he's good. I think you can win with him.
That's a guy I was talking about. He's getting 70 next year. Next year he's up.
Oh, he is up next year. You're right. Holy shit! I didn't even realize
They're
that.
already talking about what do we do with McCaffrey? We got to restructure because we got to pay Brock next year.
Do you think the NFL really has a salary cap? Because I think Felg might be right about this, where it's like,
Cap,
they kind of just say that.
Cap it's a joke.
The Rams spend so much fucking money, it's not even funny.
Oh, who just signed their center for $70 million?
The Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Never heard of
Humphrey.
the guy. Paying Joe Tooney,
Humphrey.
paying a tackle. Oh, they paid Chris Jones. They're paying a tight end.
And then
receivers.
Then they traded Snead,
Yep.
the cornerback.
Mahomes got up.
Mahomes got up, and then that's pretty much.
They got 2 high-paid corners too. Yeah, they pay.
What do they got? They got a good rookie running back, or a second-year, third-year running back.
Pacheco.
Check. Yeah,
They go through running backs like crazy, man.
They do. Nobody realizes that. That's a rotate. You know what it reminds me of? The Patriots backfield back in the day.
Yep.
When that used to just be like a new guy every 2 years. Like, oh, okay, cool. Who's this guy?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, it's like next guy in. Yeah.
They wasted a first-round draft pick on that kid, 32nd overall. The first year they won that Super Bowl.
Yep.
Who do you?
Nope. Back
Nope.
in it.
Where is he? Don't know.
Doesn't matter. They got Mahomes.
Doesn't matter at all. Who do you guys have as far as like? Do you guys have Super Bowl picks this year?
Not yet.
Nothing at all.
Hey, should be San Francisco.
Okay. Is this the year they finally bring it home?
I hope it's not the Cowboys.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't
think
the Eagles. I just think the Eagles are a bunch of a-holes.
So do I. I'm not a fan. I agree with you 100%. Couldn't
AFC.
I'm with you. I'm with you the whole way here. AFC is where this gets tricky.
Could be Baltimore.
Yeah, I could see Baltimore.
Dude, I can't buy into Lamar, guys. I'm not.
Doesn't matter. You got Henry as running back now.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, fine. I'll shut up. Yeah, you're right.
Defense is good. They're hard-nosed.
Defense is always good.
Cincinnati's going to be good.
I think we might end up with a Cincinnati, San Fran dance here at the.
AFC West.
But you listen. We cannot sit here and count out the Chiefs.
It all depends on
They're-
Joe Burrow.
The Chiefs are always there.
They're always there. What'd you say, Max?
Joe Burrow, if he comes back like he can.
Like the old guy, yeah.
Does he remind you of Throwback Burrow? Like a guy that played like 80s, 90s, just back there slinging it around?
Aikman-type guy.
Aikman-type guy, you think, right?
Pocket guy, Aikman, always getting hit.
Yeah.
Just
Elway type
keeps coming
guy.
back. Elway's more of a runner.
What? Yeah.
He's more of an athlete.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? Do you guys have a win prediction for the Patriots this year? Or like where do you see this team finishing?
I think they'll get more than 5 wins.
I agree. I could see them as a 6 and 7, or maybe like a 7-8 win team if everything goes.
I think 6 is a low number.
Well.
I think 6 is low, and who knows what happens. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because everybody looks at the schedule. By the time week 4 comes around, the schedule's not going to look like the schedule did this month. Injuries are going to happen. I like the fact we're on the road in Cincinnati early.
Love that, actually.
They have no clue what to get ready for.
100%.
I think you could beat Seattle at home for the home opener.
I think you can. Absolutely, you can. I think
Now,
that's
if you
a winnable
pop
game.
Cincinnati and you win at home week 2,
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the
There you
schedule
go.
right here.
gravy. It's gravy for you.
I think that Jets game is a toss-up.
No, that's tough.
You don't
Road
think so?
game, road game, divisional game Thursday night, 1 day to prepare.
Yeah,
Jets-
maybe.
Jets
They got
should
more
crush-
talent than you
crush
two.
it.
You're right. I don't know. That's going to be a defensive grind out right there. We got to win that game 13-10 or some shit.
Then we're at San Fran. That's tough.
I hate every Miami game. Texans might be tough. Jags might be a little bit tough. You're right. I don't know. You're 100% right. What was I going to say? Do you guys have any closing thoughts about anything to do with this? Like a hot take about like drop me something if you want.
Yeah, I think you've blown up here with your big gets over there. I know some people made fun of you for your little podcast thing you do.
It's all right.
Content's content. I do structured sports radio every day for 4 hours. So that's why my voice. I do the same show 4 hours every day. But these little things we do, these vignettes, these videos, the fact we're on simulcast. Content is king, man. And the more guests, the more you talk about it. All it takes is someone to grab it, snag it. You see how the judo thing exploded for you.
It did really.
Yeah, got my ass in here.
No,
you got Jerry Thornton coming in today.
Yeah.
You just keep building it. You just keep building your platform.
Yeah, we got Charlie Coyle coming in the first week of September. We just got Scal and Nink today as well.
Nice.
So that'll be cool. Just a bunch of us. Leonard hair transplant guys. How's it look?
Looks good.
That's pretty good.
They cut it out of the back.
Yeah, they did, but it wasn't like that.
I like
though.
how you
It's
put
not
yourself
like
out there, Mark.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
one
I
thing.
don't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I had some work done right here.
Yeah.
I had one of those like genetic double chins.
Yeah.
That just happens for no fucking reason.
That's nice.
Yeah, not really.
I have 17 sponsors.
Yeah, what'd you say? Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, listen.
Can't say them on here, man.
No, my thing is, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If
No, I know
you want
you
to
don't,
want to get something done, you want to do something good for you. Guy gets his hair done, great. You want to do that? I mean, I will say this though.
I did the hair too.
Wait, I'm going to say this right now. Did you do that? Did you do anything with your teeth?
I'm doing Boston Dental right now.
Are you okay?
they're-
Are you going veneer ski?
Yeah.
You can't don't get the Matt Dillon from Something About Mary once.
Oh, I
'cause
love
some
the
guys. No, you can't do
I want
that.
horse teeth.
No, you can't. There's some guys that are doing that, and like they either go way too
You're
much with the
getting new
veneers.
teeth?
Well, yeah, veneers.
Yeah. They look, when they're done right, Max, they look great.
Yeah, I'm sure
When
they do.
Parcells, when you look at Parcells, how white his teeth were all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that I'll probably never do. But yeah, I put myself out there, bro. I don't give a shit. And like I said, I just get up here, do my thing. You coming by today was great. Obviously, me and you have had a great relationship. I try and like let people have fun on the show. And yeah,
You don't shut the fuck up. It's great.
no, I definitely don't. What do you guys think? All right, so I want, before we go here, what is your sports media, radio? This is your bread and butter now. It's your career now. Going forward, like, where do you think this is? Where is it going? Where are you with your career? Just say anything. I don't give a fuck.
Everybody said radio's in trouble. Which, yeah, I mean, they are condensing some stations and that. That's a tough format, tough medium to pay for.
Not 98.5.
But we're in such a unique situation what we do. Well, time's up, boys.
We're out here. Clear out.
No, seriously. We are in such a unique area in Boston market where this doesn't work anywhere else. Like, I got friends in Pittsburgh say, "Oh, we used to love Mike and Mike in the morning. Why did you get rid of that?" I'm like, you like fucking Mike Greenberg and Mike Golick in the morning?
I never jumped
You
on
loved
that band.
it.
I
Like,
agree.
I would get in my car and listen to John and Jerry in the mornings.
Okay.
I know he loved listening to Hillman. We all became friends with Hillman.
Yeah.
So you listen to Hillman's show.
Yeah.
And there's so many places to have that niche, and there's enough for 3 stations in Boston to do what we do. Can't do that other cities. This is unique. It ain't going anywhere.
No,
We'll be
it's
doing
definitely
this.
not. It really isn't. I mean, you guys, especially like guys like yourselves that came up here, played, didn't really maybe know anything about this place. I know you didn't. We talked about that.
No, we're lifers
and you were like,
now.
I'm staying up here. I love it up here. This is fucking great. You know
Met my
what I'm
wife
saying?
here. I mean, I'm a lifer here. I've been here since '91. Never went back.
How do you feel with the MIAA to close this podcast out? Say
The
it.
MIA.
Say it right
I
now,
think some
please.
of it's bullshit.
Yep.
Like my kid goes to King Philip. It's public school. They play their ass off every year. They've been 5 of the 6 Super Bowls last 6 years
Quality
with Coach Lee.
quality program.
The General Lee, man, a guy runs it. But you hit ahead in some of the games. Like if you face a Catholic Memorial in the Super Bowl, they got 11 kids that went D1 that year, and they're out there dancing and that. And Lee was great post game. He goes, "That's not us." He goes, "We shouldn't be playing them. We played our ass off and hung with them for 3 quarters, but then they eventually wear you out, like big time college football teams that play these shit teams just to get a payday."
Never made any sense to me.
They
That never
pay
made
these
any
schedule.
fucking sense.
That's why I say that about Maryland now.
So
I
stupid.
love my time at Maryland because we played ACC and we played 4 big schools
Yep.
out of it, and you played a phenomenal record every year.
Yeah.
A phenomenal conference, and it was badass.
Yep.
Like the MIAA and that stuff and the way they do that, and if you're gonna allow a school to recruit,
Yeah, St. John's Prep, Memorial, all those.
section them into their own conference, have 20 schools where they play each other, and
That's
the winner meets for a different Super Bowl title.
That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. Yeah.
Like,
like-
why wouldn't St. John's Prep play Governors?
I don't know. I have no
Like,
idea. There's not
I
that
don't
big
know
of a
that.
degree of separation
I
between
don't
the
know.
schools.
St.
Max.
John.
I agree with you.
St. John should play Catholic, Brooks, Dexter,
Right.
all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
even Fian and Xavier, Zavarian. But
Yeah.
we would beat Zavarian and Fian. You just couldn't beat Catholic because they were more talented.
Yeah, and what was it like for you in high school? Did you just go to a public high school?
Public high school.
And there was none of this. I'm saying,
No.
none of this shit. You were
None of
just
this
playing
year-round
that town,
stuff.
that town, and that
None of this,
town.
my kid throws you around with a coach. None of that. I played 3 different sports.
Yeah.
My dad would make me play 3 sports. And talk to Alex Guerrero about this, too, to bring up Alex.
What a
my
name
daughter
to
had a
drop
knee.
here.
My daughter had a knee issue, so we went in, and Alex helped work with her. And he goes,
Yep.
puts her on this thing, and he goes, "You watch. I'm going to show you videos of the way girls run, and not that no perverted videos, but you look at them from behind. It's a different leg swing than guys have because guys are more up and down.
Yeah.
But girls, because you have the birthing hips and that." And he goes, "I have 37 clients in here with ACLs and hips under the age of 18.
Damn.
He goes, "That's unheard of." He goes, "You know why? Year-round club soccer, year-round lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
You get these clicks." And I say, don't play AAU ball. If you don't get hooked into the AAU nut job. Like my sister got hooked on it.
I'm so
in
out on
Chicago.
it. I'm so
She
fucking out
travels.
on it. It's
they
not
pay
even funny.
$20,000 to go play kids
So fucking
12-year-old baseball games out of state.
So stupid.
It's such
so
bullshit.
Stupid.
If you can't find a team to compete against 10 minutes down the road to get a baseball game going, that you got to fucking get on a plane and fly to Arizona, you got problems.
I'm dropping $1,200 a weekend. To fucking travel for
AAU's
this
a
kid.
racket, and once you get hooked in, they'll tell you you're going to miss out on the clicks of, well, that spot's going to become open and you're not going to be on the team.
Yeah.
Too
We
bad.
got you this coach, and
If
this
you're
guy,
good,
this scout's gonna.
if you're good, they find you. My team was 1-11
Good,
as a
they
junior.
find you. Yep.
Matthew Judon said exactly the same thing on the pod. Not to drop my
Look
own
where he
pod,
went to
on my own
college.
pod.
Look where Matt went to college.
Grand Valley fucking State in Michigan.
And Bill Belichick worked him out there
Yeah.
because he knew he was good.
Yep.
Where'd you go? Norburn, Missouri, right? Small town.
Yeah.
They find you when you're good.
Yep. Capital of the soybean capital.
AAU
of,
does not get you in
Capital
school.
of the world, man.
soybean capital of the world.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Soybean Festival. You should go.
Festival. We should go to the soybean festi. I'll send it with the two of you guys. That'll be fun. Unless these guys have any other takes to drop, I had a ton of fun with you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Today. Buddy, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
Seriously,
Mark.
thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Max.
you for coming on.
You got it, Joe.
Good job. Thanks, guys.
Love you. Always.
Oh, got to get the hot chicken. Got to get the chicken.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. Get the chicken. Another great episode of Shut Up, Mark. We got Jerry coming on after this. These guys are the best.
Yeah.
See you at the next episode. Yeah. See you at the next episode, guys.